Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. Here we are in the Forest Temple, our first temple as an adult. Unless you want to consider the Temple of Time, because I mean we did get a medallion, but I mean there's really nothing to overcome. It was just immediately given to us as soon as we awoken as the Hero of Time by Rawu. So now we must attempt to save Saria by overcoming whatever evil is within this temple, and already we can tell that there's quite a bit of evil. I mean, this vine is a good example. As you can see, this wall is filled with Skulltulas, and that's why I took the other side of the wall, so I could avoid them. But moving onward, we got another Skulltula over here. Luckily, the long shot just breaks through their like exoskeleton, so you don't have to worry about hitting them from the back or anything as a kid. You know, we can do more things as an adult. So yeah, let's go ahead and now grab this chest. And, you know, I'm gonna hook shot to it just for the fun of it. There we go. You know, it's pretty cool that we can hook shot to, you know, wooden objects and stuff, but that's not the cool part about it. It was just, you know, a pretty useful thing instead of having to jump back. But oh, I was hoping I'd do a roll, but I guess the way Link jumped off there, he didn't initiate a roll afterwards, which would have gave us the chance to avoid the fall damage. But that's no big deal. Let's go ahead and get in the temple itself. So yeah, it's a nice narrow hallway. I love the hallways in this temple. There's a lot more narrow ones and much longer ones. But okay, let's go ahead and get our first Skulltula as well. There are 5 in each temple, and obviously they're going to be in different areas than the original game, but it won't be too hard to find, of course. So let's go ahead and now enter the temple itself. This is like the main room, and man, as a kid, I remember getting confused so much during this temple. I want to say I was like 6, 7, 8. I can't remember the exact age, but I was really young, and it was right after I finally mustered up the courage to play this game again. Yes, the 4 Poes have scattered out, and finding these Poes as a kid took me so long because, yeah, just everything in this temple looks so identical. There's so many similarities. Already the main room looks very similar, and the more we progress, we're gonna find more similar things. So it was really easy to throw me off to the point where I just kept running around this temple to where I feel like I know it now inside out. Like, I know this temple really well. Even in Master Quest, while it's mirrored, I don't think it will, you know, slow us down. So, well, this will slow us down though, sadly. And yes, it is a freaking no. Why'd I do that? That was really stupid. Please tell me it's not affected in this temple. Yes, it's not. Okay. Phew, I didn't want to play the Sun Song whatsoever. I wanted to play... There we go. The Song of Time. I don't know why I even have the thing on the bottom open. I think that was confusing me more. But Song of Time is pretty easy to play. I played it so much in Majora's Mask. You barely play it in this game, but luckily with Master Quest, it does utilize the Song of Time in general with the time of... The time blocks, not the time of song blocks. I don't know why I want to call them that. But yes, the time blocks, you know, you have to move them constantly. They're going to be platforms, things blocking the way, and overall playing the Song of Time gets rid of them. I like those kind of puzzles. Like I said before, I believe, you know, puzzles with music and having to play the ocarina and stuff like that is always super fun, and I hope to see that in a future Zelda game. But hey, we took out the 2 Wolfos I was hoping would be in the beginning of the temple. And we got ourselves another small key. Yeah, let's get used to that. And also, ooh, a fairy. I'm gonna need this because, well, in Master Quest, not only is the temple altered, but no, enemies can do more damage. Well, we can find hearts, unlike in hero mode, which I feel like if we couldn't find hearts, it'd be really difficult. But yeah, we can find hearts. And, yeah, we're gonna need the fairies. Maybe, I don't think we're actually gonna need to use one, but just in case, it's good to have some on us because, yeah, in like 1 or 2 hits, Link can die from a certain enemy, which I do believe we're gonna be introduced to them very soon. So let's go ahead and now make our way to this room. So, yeah, we started off by coming into this room, we went into this one, got a small key, and now we're gonna continue on by taking the room to the right from where we originally came in from. Would have been to the left, I guess, in the original game, but whoa! Yes, this is the enemy I was talking about, a Stalfos. They can be tough if they hit you, as you can see. It will hurt. And also, they're really annoying altogether because you have to wait for them to attack you, Phil, and then you attack them. And this can take some process because, yeah, you're just kind of playing with this AI, hoping it will do the proper attacks for you to attack it. But if it just stands still or kind of like backs up, it gets really annoying. I don't know, it's kind of like a waiting game with the Stalfos, I'll be honest. They improved it so much in Breath of the Wild, but Obviously, that game is way after this one, so clearly they would have had a chance to improve it. But I feel like in all the other Zelda games, it wasn't too improved. Even in Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, there was still issues when fighting enemies, and I didn't feel like I had full control of Link. I always felt like Link was limited. But in Breath of the Wild, I feel like I have complete control. And actually, before we continue on here, I believe there's actually something we can pick up over here. Yes! It is a freaking Gold Skulltula just hiding. So that's our second one, I want to say, because we already picked up 2. Let's go ahead and check. And yeah, now we have 40. I guess that means we started out with 38. I wasn't really keeping track. But yeah, now we have 40 Gold Skulltulas. And yeah, our goal is to find the last 3, because as I mentioned before, there are 5 within each temple. And okay, there are arrows painted on the floor. Cool, Navi. Yeah, this room requires some patience, to say the least, because you're going to be pushing blocks for a really long time. I just call this the block room, if anything, because I remember this really well as a kid. I have pretty fond memories of this. And I don't mind it. I don't know, the repetitiveness of this temple, from running back and forth to areas like the hallways, having to constantly have keys on you, and you know, just pushing blocks and stuff, or like waiting for the Poes, or waiting for Stalfos to attack you, which you're going to see also Poes are kind of like a waiting game when fighting against. But my point here is, I don't know, I love every bit of it. Like, I can do this, and I'm having fun right now, just pushing this block. I'm doing nothing more, but I'm pushing a block, and to me it's fun, just because, yeah, the nostalgia I get when playing this. And I mean, I've said this before, but Grezzo did such a good job on this remake, to where it doesn't seem like it's not the same game. Like, even though it's all updated and, you know, it didn't seem, at least, you know, out of date. And here, let me pull this back, because this is something we're going to need to do. Again, I'm doing this kind of subconsciously, not necessarily saying what we need to do, but yeah, this block needs to be pushed back. But to kind of complete what I was saying, and head back to where we were, because now we're going to need to climb up this block and then push the other red block that would have not been able to be pushed if we didn't push the first red block back the opposite way of the arrow. Yeah, so they're like essentially just 2 blocks, you know, blocking the way. Okay, that was really bad. I don't know why I felt the need to treat that like I made up this genius joke. But okay, anyways, as I was saying, yeah, Grezzo did such a good job to where this game doesn't even seem, like, it seems just like the original, like the N64, but updated, and it's so hard to explain. Like, even though this doesn't look like the Link from Ocarina of Time, the original game, it has that same feeling, that vibe that I got when playing the original game, to where it didn't seem like a complete remake. I don't know, it's really weird to explain. It might just be because, you know, it was also behind Nintendo, so Nintendo knew what to do when it came to a good remake. Like, it wasn't like, because there's so many HD remakes where they just kind of upscale everything, and then there are remakes where they remake everything like this, and usually those remakes, at least for me, I don't like that much. But this one is another story. This is something I absolutely adore and wish they would have made on home console, or hopefully one day we get like a port on the Switch or something of this on home console. But alright, we open up this door, we got ourselves another, you know, key to, well, right now we're out of keys, but let's go ahead and make our way through this really long hallway, and actually continue on through here, because there is a chest we can pick up. Yeah, I think this is where things change the most in Master Quest, because normally to change the way the hallway is, because you can actually twist the hallways, you would do something a lot different than what we're gonna do now. And I tricked ya. Yeah, there was a freaking okay, speaking of okay, we're good. Yeah, there was a stinking what, I'm getting confused with their names. Let's quickly see from Navi. This is the floor master, so there's the wall master coming for me, you know, from up there. And then down here we had a floor master we had to take care of, which split up into separate little hands. And yeah, if you don't kill them immediately, they'll absorb magic from you and grow back, and then they'll recreate more hands, and it will be a repetitive process. It can get really annoying, I'll be honest. But okay, anyways, let's continue on by making our way over here by opening up this door. And well, a battle. Let's go ahead and do this. We stopped, but the second I move, I can kill you. Yeah, because you're able to attack it twice with a jump attack. Not bad. And now we can get ourselves another key, because, you know, that's the theme for this dungeon. More keys. You get a key, you realize you're, you know, still need another one, so you get yourself another key, and then you realize you still need another key, so you get one more, and yeah, rinse, repeat. That's pretty much how this temple works. But this is where things change a lot. Wow, there we go. Essentially, by hitting the switch, as you can see, yeah, the hallway is twisted. In the original game, it was a, like an eye in front of the door that you'd hit, but instead in this one it's a little bit different. But okay, now to make our way all the way back up through, you know, the blocky maze, instead of, you know, pushing blocks, well, they're already pushed, but instead of even attempting to do that, by pressing the switch we pressed up a bit earlier on, we created these platforms, and that will actually take us all the way back up here. And the switch that we did press, I may have not mentioned it when I did it, but it's just right here. You know, you just press it and it will have this appear, and then all of those platforms with the other thing to hook shot onto. Pretty convenient when coming back. And I mean, I feel like they only added that because, yeah, it gets repetitive. You're going to be constantly going back and forth. But I don't mind. So let's just go ahead and continue on. And well, wow, look at the twistiness of this hallway. It's kind of weird, right? I mean, yeah, it's overall pretty simple. Now that we've done that, we can easily jump to the other side like this, and I guess continue on from here. I actually want to jump down like this. Oops. Okay, that didn't work. Link should be able to jump over this. Yeah, he can. There shows a wall or something stopping Link. But I'm going to ignore the Poe. It's not like I can do anything about it. And then head inside here. And actually, oh, okay, we got a battle. Aha! Oh, and actually, if I fall down, I'll end up in the room where I initially got the fairy with the 2 wolfos. So I don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and take our time, because this guy can do a lot of damage. So I'm going to go ahead and just be careful. This is what I mean by the waiting game. You'll never get hit if you play the waiting game, but my issue is I get too impatient and then I get myself hurt by not playing the waiting game. And the not waiting game is when you just kind of run towards them. Come on, attack me, buddy. Do something. Okay. Whoa. Come on. Keep attacking. My chance. Yeah. Oh. Crap. I shouldn't have hit him yet. I should have waited for him to kind of turn around and be, okay, come on, buddy, go for it. Hit me. There we go. All right. It's so weird to yell at an enemy, hit me, but I mean, I had to. It didn't want to hit me, but it listened at the very end. Okay. Yeah, I love doing this, avoiding them like that. I just wish they would always jump at you. Okay, there we go. Well, we managed to do it, not too long, and in doing so, a chest appears. Heck yeah, let's go in and see what's inside. I mean, it should be no surprise that this is going to be the item of the temple, but what item is it? It's the fairy's bow. Yes, I'm just going to call it a bow, kind of like what I call the slingshot. The fairy slingshot, I just call it a slingshot. You know, I don't really care about the fairy part. To me, it's just what it normally is. Where's the fairiness in this? I mean, I'm not shooting fairies. I don't feel like a fairy is taking over or anything. I don't understand the name. I mean, obviously, I'm sure it's just there to give the bow a specific name, not to really add anything to it. But still, just making fun of the name for no reason. Okay, anyways, let's continue on. And actually, I don't even think we can continue on. This is a good example of how things change up a little bit in Master Quest. But you know what? I'll attempt to take on this. So there we go. And now you're going to be right here. Oh, you moved. Crap. Okay, hopefully you don't see me doing this. Yeah, with our bow, we can now hit these. And now you can't move anymore, buddy. So even if I stand in front of you, you won't do anything. And just like that, the Poe is ready to fight us. But instead of heading down and fighting it, I just want to show off that we can't actually progress anymore because, yep, we're missing a key. Not just one key, but I want to say 2. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and attempt to get those in a second. Let me just go ahead and take on this. And this is where the backtracking comes into play, essentially. So we're going to be leaving where we came from. And no, that was a waste of a hit, actually. I just realized. Got to remember how to take these guys on, because this is a good example of, again, repetitive, just waiting and doing the same thing again and again. Each one of these Poes fight very similar. At least 3 of them do. The last one is much easier, luckily. And it's not like they're easy, it's just I get very impatient waiting for them. If you take your shield out, you can immediately block so the spin doesn't carry on for like 3 seconds. And then you can hit them after like blocking their attack twice. So in reality, it's not that time consuming, but whatever. Let's go ahead and open up this chest though and see what's inside. And well, we got ourselves a compass. Nice. Okay. Ignore that. Now that that's lit, essentially, it will relight the one in the main room. And I believe we're going to see both of them very soon. Let's just go ahead and now start to backtrack here. So, yeah, this is kind of weird having to backtrack, but that's how the temple goes. And in Master Quest, like I said, it's just a bit different. It's more, there's more backtracking because we literally have no keys to progress, and we have to use our bow essentially to find these new keys that were in rooms we had access to. It just we didn't have the keys for, or we didn't have the item for, I guess, to be more exact. But okay, anyways, yeah, attack me, buddy. Okay, it's my chance. Nope. Okay, guess I'm gonna have to take my time. There we go. And then again, gotta be patient. And no, still more damage. Man, this is fun. Okay, as much as I enjoy pushing blocks and running around a temple, I don't enjoy this. This is the same thing every time. Exactly the same thing. I mean, you could say pushing blocks is the same thing, but you know, I feel like it's a little bit different each time. I don't know why, but I do. Anywho, let's go ahead and open up now the dungeon map so we have access to the whole dungeon, all of its cool loot with the compass, and we have the item of the dungeon. So overall, we're pretty much set. We don't have to worry about anything else. Now, let's go ahead and actually backtrack a bit, because with this arrow, a lot of things are going to change up, and well, maybe backtracking it may seem a little time consuming. It's going to be worth it. Did I really not backtrack? I guess I didn't. I ran in the other way again. How did I do that? I was going to say it took a lot longer to leave, but here's the blue one. I'm like, wait, what? Did I really take the red one and not head up the stairs? Well, so much for, you know, knowing this temple really well. Like, you know what? It's mirrored, guys. That's totally the reason why. I thought it was the opposite way, even though you truly can't tell or see how it's mirrored in this room, but still. It was mirrored, guys. It threw me off. Anywho, let's go ahead and now run through this twisted hallway once more. And I just grab the remaining keys so we have nothing to stop us anymore, because, yeah, with this, we're going to be good to go. So, I'm just going to avoid all of these Skulltulas, jump down like this. Like, we'll be able to make our way back up here very soon. But let me jump on this first so I don't hurt myself. Jump down here. And I guess we can just continue from over here. So, there we go. Hitting the switch would have let us drop down into the area we wanted to initially go to. But this is a much easier way to do it instead of, you know, retwisting the hallway. Or I guess untwisting it. Anywho, this is the room. Yes, with the bow, you can essentially enter these rooms very easily from the main room of the temple, but, you know, I decided to do otherwise. Now, let me go ahead and check out what's in this room to begin with. Not really much, but there's something I can actually get. I do believe there's a Skulltula here. Our third one, I want to say, our third gold Skulltula. Let's go ahead and take it out. There we go. We got another one, but that's not it, because I do believe over here, and this is something that I remember giving me so much trouble the first time. It might not be on this side, though. And if it's not, don't worry. We'll easily figure this out. Let me just double check here. Yeah, okay, it's not on this side. All right, so I'm gonna use the excuse that the game is mirrored for my reason and why I messed it up. But as you can see, the second we enter this room, it locks on us until we do this. And this is what I meant by heading back to the main room. You easily have access to this room and the one on the opposite side, which is not over here but over here. So we just need to go ahead and grab our bow, shoot its eye. Well, let's go ahead and now continue on. So yeah, this is the room where we're gonna find a couple of other things, aka some pretty useful keys. So, alright. And this is why we need the bow to essentially get these keys, because we wouldn't really have access to anything, and overall it just makes it so much easier. But okay, so let me go ahead and play the song of, that's not the Song of Time. And speaking of the sun song, actually, let me look up. Look at that. Yeah, if you enter the temple at night, the sky will be obviously nighttime. If you enter the temple during the day, you'll see the sun and it will be day, and it's really cool. I don't know, that attention to detail is super nice, because look at how giant the walls are. You'll never really look at the sky unless you manually look at it with the first person camera. And I don't know. I really like that. I can't remember how it looked in the original N64, to be honest, but the way it looks in this game is so nice. But alright, anyways, let's go ahead and now play this, not the sun song. I don't want to play the sun song now. Keep accidentally clicking the buttons for the sun song so quickly because I'm just really used to constantly playing that on repeat. I don't know why though, but okay. Hey, look, another Gold Skulltula. This is like the hardest one to avoid because you have to kill it to advance. So that's cool. The game wants you to get a Gold Skulltula no matter what. I appreciate it, game. But alright, now we got in these time blocks to appear. But we're not done yet because there's another time block we need to appear over here. So again, we got to play the Song of Time. Like I mentioned before, I really like how the game utilizes the time blocks, moving them back and forth, figuring them out. But, you know, once you get them down, you're going to get them down. They're very basic, you know, once you know what to do. But and essentially knowing what to do is just seeing Navi turn green and fly somewhere, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I should try the Song of Time, and oh wow, it worked. That's essentially how it works. That's how I solve it, at least. And there we go. We got ourselves a small key, and we can actually get ourselves, oops, let's see if I can hook shot from here. There we go. We can make our way to the other side of this area where we're gonna find, oh no, well, this is not that scary. I don't even know why it matters too much, but let's go ahead and get rid of this so I have access to back up here if I ever need it. But that's not necessarily why I, you know, want to do that. I actually want to jump down now because let's go ahead and see if we'll make the water. Ha! Oh, okay. Well, we were more than good to land in the water, but you know, I just thought I'd make sure with the, you know, jump attack. Anywho, whoa! I don't know why I thought this was Dark Souls and rolling was gonna avoid the attack there, but there is an eye over here. Yes, this is the one I was looking for, and if you hit it like this, the water will sink. And this is kind of useless if you made your way all the way up here and can make your way to the other side, but my friends, there is something very important, of course. Yeah, the small key. So it's not necessarily used to get you to the other side. It's more so used to get the small key. And actually, I do believe there's a Skulltula at the very end. Yeah, there is. So that actually does all of them. They were very simple to find. Did not take long. But if we check our gear right now, you'll notice, yep, we got in all 5 Skulltulas. And I can go ahead and, you know, show it. There you go. I want to show it on the big screen really quickly how the Skulltulas look. They look freaking sick. But anywho, let's go ahead and now leave. So we're not done yet, per se, with this room, because we're going to come back here eventually for something. It's just not right now. We're going to right now utilize the 2 small keys we've gotten and make our way back to the hallway and see where it will take us. So, alright, it's a bit more backtracking right now, but welcome to Zelda. Actually, I feel like Zelda isn't really... Zelda doesn't normally have this much backtracking. It's only Master Quest. Like, I'll be honest, most Zelda temples in every Zelda game is super straightforward. Even like Breath of the Wild with the Divine Beasts, those are super straightforward. So I enjoy the change of pace. I just think it's a bit weird to do. Maybe just in video as a walkthrough. It feels weird to like walk through an area again and be like, oh, I'm backtracking. I'm not. Maybe because I've never done this in a Zelda game. This is meant to be the toughest puzzle-wise, and I mean, I'll be honest, this was the toughest to solve puzzle-wise, so I guess this is technically the toughest Zelda game out there to beat, right? I'm not saying it's tough, I'm just saying this is the toughest, you could say. It really depends on how you look at it. I don't know, Breath of the Wild, for me, maybe because I just obsessed over it, it was really straightforward. And I was enjoying every second of it. This game, same thing, don't get me wrong, but the Master Quest, I do remember, because I was racing against a friend, that it would trouble me from time to time. But then again, it might be because I was under pressure racing against a friend. Did I not think logically at times? Because there were a lot of times when I rewatch like those videos, I'm like, yeah, I didn't think logically. So that might be it. But anywho, we got things down now, so we're moving along with the 2 small keys, and we're going to go ahead and now make our way, you know, through this long trek back up here. And we're going to find that locked door and use one of the 2 small keys we now have with us. So sweet, let's go ahead and check out what's over here. More of this, yeah, so watch out for the shadow monster. Okay, cool. I think I just want to jump here and then quickly make my way before the shadow monster starts coming for me up these stairs. As you can see, another hallway. This time we're going to want to twist this one. This one's too, you know, straight for me. I need to twist it up. I don't know what I mean by that, but yes, essentially we're going to be twisting up this hallway, and you guys are going to see what I mean in a second. So let's go ahead and pick up this, and oops, I don't want to do that. I want to target. There we go. It would have been cool for like an update. I don't know how much work that would have required Nintendo, but for like the new 3DS to utilize the little C-stick thing that they have. I don't know, I always want to call it the 3DS nipple just because that's what my friend would call it, and now it's forever stuck in my head as a 3DS nipple. But for all the new 3DSs and new 2DSs, there is that nipple thing, and you know, usually that helps out a lot with camera angles. At least in Majora's Mask 3D, it's so nice to move the camera angle around. But okay, there we go. I remember this. I'm not gonna lie, this on the N64 used to be so tough as well. Overall, aiming anything on the N64 was hard because it was it was not meant for, you know, using this. I mean, I don't know, maybe just Nintendo's N64 analog stick was just horrible, but it was really hard to be precise with that analog. You gotta remember, that was the first analog not in existence, was it? I'm sure there were others, but Nintendo kind of normalized analog / 3D gaming. I feel like they're the pioneers of it, and the N64 is what really started it. Like, I remember Mario 64 being the truest like 3D platformer that ever came out, and it was unreal. And to me, it was unreal. And then, you know, I eventually Ocarina of Time came out, and that was something else as well. But okay, let's go ahead and do this. As you can see, I'm sniping him. This would have been impossible also on the N64. Luckily, I have gyro controls. But then again, even the 3DS circle pad is super nice. But okay, listen, back up. Okay. I didn't want to get hit by that. But yes, the floor falls, and you're supposed to find secret areas to hide in before the floor falls on you. Luckily, it's pretty easy to not do that and be safe. So yeah, what we're going to do now is kind of make our way around here. And then let me make my way to where that chest is really quickly. So please don't fall on me. Okay, we're good. Now let's open up this. And we got some arrows. Not that important, but it doesn't matter because we need another small key to advance. So either way, we have to backtrack and then see what's inside this room. And this room is essentially where the last chest was that I mentioned, that I said we were going to come back for. And what you need to do here, and you need to be careful not to jump off immediately or you'll have to backtrack all the way back, is do this. Kill this guy. Didn't really, well, it was pretty nice killing him during the jump, but no, I didn't really need to kill him. I just need to pick up that, and there we go. Now let's go ahead and step on this time block. Again, we must utilize the Song of Time, you know, put it to use in this game, and play it so we can make a platform for us. Voila, the one behind us disappeared, and now this one has appeared. And then we need to do the exact same thing again. As you can see, Navi went green, so let's go ahead and do that, and I believe that will remove the one we were just on and give us a new one. If you accidentally fall off, which, I mean, it's possible, you will have to do all of this again. Well, not really all of it, but you just have to kind of backtrack, and I don't really want to do more backtracking. Right now, we're good. This is kind of the final key we're going to need from here on out, and everything else is extremely straightforward. So, let's go ahead and have this fall on us. And now we must make our way to the other side. So here we go. The journey begins. I just need to look, be careful of the shadows. There we go. And voila, we did it. Just gonna open up this. I escaped. And now we go ahead and shoot this. As you can see, we won't laugh anymore. Yes, we have shot the green Poe, but for some reason the puzzle hasn't started. I find this funny. You actually have to move instead of the blocks falling on you and crushing you. You know, you have to actually move away from it. So okay, let's go ahead and now begin. The block puzzle begins. It's a very simple block puzzle, and I mean, you're given plenty of time to do this. I'd say what could slow you down is if you mess around with the blue block too much. The blue block is the one useless block, of course, and I feel like it can slow you down, at least if it's like in the center or something. But no, we're doing good. We're already pretty much done, and we're only halfway in. So there we go. One last block. Let's push it in once, twice, thrice, and then again once, twice, thrice. And here's the green one. Hey, buddy. Alright, you know. Let's go ahead and, there you go. I feel like, you know, we're like, what's it called? Bumping cups or something. It's so loud, it sounds like glass almost. And I guess it has a metal sound to it, but I can't help but think of just like 2 glass cups, you know, like, cheers. Yeah, for a new tomorrow, buddy. Come on. Hit that glass. Oh, yeah. And now you're done. So I guess no tomorrow for you. Well, unless, you know, you somehow live in the fire. I don't know. But I like how, again, the room lights up and you could truly see it. And, yeah, before I do leave, I do want to pay attention to this. Well, like, again, like I said before, this remake is insane with the amount of detail they added. And it's a 3DS game, you know? So, I don't know. I just wish this will eventually end up on home console. Kind of like how Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks made its way to the Wii U as virtual console games. It would be cool to have 3DS games as the virtual console games on the Nintendo Switch. That would be freaking sick. But okay, anyways, we have captured all of the Poes but one, and you're going to notice the last one is by herself, just scared. So, the final Poe sister is ready to be captured. So, we just got to go ahead and wait for it to, you know, do its thing. There we go, it spun, and now, I can't hit it per se, so you want to use a Poe for this one. And you're going to sit and rinse and repeat. This is the easiest one, and I'd say the least time consuming, because you don't have to wait for it to attack you and then eventually give you a chance to hit it. You just have to wait for it to spin once it respawns. So, where are you? Okay, and we're done, right? No, okay, there's still one more phase to this. It's pretty straightforward, though. I don't know. Okay, come on. We got this. We're gonna eventually do it. For some reason, I don't know why, playing so many newer games, stuff like this, you can really... This stuff feels kind of outdated, though, the way the battles are. And it might be maybe because I played it too many times, but just standing there waiting for an enemy, it just feels weird. It's like, shouldn't you try to fight me instead of repeat the exact same thing again and again? But then again, you know, this was an older game, so... I'm not going to question the enemy AI too much, but alright. Let's go ahead and now push this. Yes, this is probably the last... This is pretty much the last area within the game. This is... Or not in the game, in the temple. Whoa, this is the first temple, essentially, within the game. If you don't want to count the Young Link ones as temples. And I never do. Same thing with, like, A Link to the Past. I don't consider the 3 pendants temples. Or in, I don't know about Link Between Worlds, though. Either way, we got some arrows. Useless push and pull. But here, it will be a little useful, right? We got this right here, so let's go ahead and hit it. And then, open up that. Yay! What will this do? Well, that will actually open up something we can't even see. Wow, something opened up. I don't know what it is, though. Well, let's continue pushing. Another nice attention to detail is all of these scratch marks from this moving. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, hopefully I'm still pushing it clockwise. I don't know if I got myself confused. No, I didn't. Okay, because clearly we didn't see this before. So, hey there, buddy. Just like that, you're dead. Okay, another one. So what's in here? Is it completely useless? What the heck? I mean, just a bow? Or not a bow even. Arrow? I mean, we have the bow for it. But no, I do believe up here. No, it is completely useless, actually. Never mind. So I guess this one tricks you, but pushing it one more time should do it. So even I was tricked, but I do believe this will give us what we want. As you can see, it's locked over here, but this is now opened up. It wasn't originally opened up until we hit the switch, but we want to open up that to head to the boss, and to do so, there we go. We just had to remember where that was, and yeah, I was just hiding up there. The eye we need to open up here. And well, you guys know what's next. The boss is up ahead. But before we make our way to the boss, I want to take a second and just look at these weird... I don't even know what they are, because you can't actually make out what they are. They kind of remind me of just oil paintings or something. I mean, they look nice, but, you know, some of them... You can't even... some of them I want to say I can kind of make out what it is. Like, this kind of looks like... Nothing, actually. What does this look like? Nothing either. Okay, whatever. Either way, I thought it'd be cool to show off. We're on the blue carpet. And yeah, things look serious. Let's go and use the boss key, open it up, and enter into the boss door room place thing. Yeah, it's time. Here we go. I really don't understand the lore of these temples. I wish I did, like why they were created and why they are the way they are. But more paintings and a Triforce in the center. Okay, let's go ahead and attempt to escape, but we can't, because yes, it's time to face the boss. I feel like we've done this so many times that it's not surprising. I can't even act surprised. Hey, look, it's Ganon. What? Is it really Ganon? Take off that mask, Ganon. Show me your true self. There you go. Yeah, it's not Ganon. It's actually Phantom Ganon, which is just a recreation of Ganon. So he's evil spirit from beyond, essentially. He's trying to stop us. Well, I'm gonna stop you, buddy. As he runs into a painting. Wait, this isn't Mario 64. I can't jump in here, man. Come on. All right, where are you coming from? Here we go. So you want to make sure he's running in the center. What? Okay, well, let's be careful then. There we go. Okay. We avoided it, but I wasn't even able to tell. You know what? Maybe because it's mirrored. You couldn't tell? Guys, this is going to be my main excuse every time. Maybe because it's mirrored. But okay, this might be it, right? Again, I'm wrong. Okay, that's fine, though. Because we can easily, again, block the attack. Alright, show me the right one, Ganon. Usually it's the one where he's, like, kind of centered in the painting. It looks like he's going to pop out. Like, this one looks like he's going to pop out. But let me double check. This one's going to pop out. Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm going to start looking all around and not just aiming on the first one I see. So, let's go ahead and do this again. So, okay, I see that one. And I also see one over here. So, it's this one. This one's popping out more. Nope. Okay, it's fine. We're good. I think we just need to do this one more time. So, kind of wait it out. This is probably one thing it's hard to master because, I mean, how am I supposed to tell? I want to say it's this one, but it might not be. Oh, it is. Okay. So, perfect. And well, the true battle begins. The horse leaves, heads back into the painting, and now we can actually fight you. So let's go. Okay, well, that didn't really work out. Let's do it again. Okay, we missed again. Come on, throw that ball. The ball of light. All right, I need you to try to catch it, man. You need to stop avoiding it. This is getting a little ridiculous. Okay. Maybe it's the timing of the way I strike my sword or just his position. But let's go ahead and let him do this again. And there we go. The battle begins. Now we can sit and hit it back and forth at each other until one gives up. Like you. And then it's my chance. No, don't do that, Link. There we go. If I was able to change spin attacks. I'm not gonna lie, playing on the normal 3DS sucks. I wish I could somehow capture on the new 3DS, but I can't. I have to play on the normal one, so it's not even like I have the cool nipple button. It's just, you know, a normal 3DS. It's really small and it sucks. But we managed to do it. It wasn't too hard. It's not like we got hit or anything. I mean, this isn't difficult. So, hey kid, you did quite well. Looks like you may be gaining some skill. But you have defeated only my Phantom. You were a real fight. It won't be so easy. What a worthless creation that ghost was. I will banish it between the gap between dimensions. Cool, Ganon! So there we go. Ganon's puppet. Well, not his puppet, but his evil spirit from beyond has been defeated. Because there is actually a Ganon's puppet, so I feel like I shouldn't call it that. But there we go. I like how it plays this music. Normally that's where you see the boss, you know, break down and die, but it played a little bit after the boss disappeared. But there we go. We got ourselves a heart container. Now we have a row in one. And let's go ahead and finally save Saria. Didn't really take that long, but yes, the first temple down. Let's go. Yep, we're back in the Chamber of Sages. After completing each temple, we're going to be brought back here where we can pretty much revive or, you know, bring back the other sage to here as well. So yeah, there, as you can see, there is Saria. So thank you. Because of you, I can now awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come because I know you. No. You don't have to explain to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can live in the same world. I will stay here as the Forest Sage and help you. Now, please take this medallion. Yup. So Saria has accepted her job as the Forest Sage. And well, let's go ahead and get our next medallion. Oh yeah, it's green, so it fits me. This is, to no surprise, the Forest Medallion. Yeah, from Saria. And Saria does remember us, as you can see. I will always be your friend. Okay, cool. Anywho, let's go ahead and now make our way out of the temple, where we're in front of the Great Deku Tree. Sadly, his mouth is closed, you know, after 7 years. But, I mean, he's dead too. He died 7 years ago. But guess what? Now that the Forest Temple has been completed, yes! A new thing can sprout out. Yeah, Link gets pretty surprised. Okay, so hi there, I'm the Great Deku Tree Spout. Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can now flourish. Thanks a lot! No problem, buddy. Alright, so, hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognize your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even 7 years after, they're still kids. Wow, no way, dude. So you must be wondering why you're the only grown-up. Well, as you might have guessed already, you're not a Kokiri. You're actually a Hylian. I feel like yeah, we mentioned this many times, but also, no surprise, dude. Clearly, we're aware of this, but okay. I'm happy to finally reveal the secret to you. Whoa, what is secret? But actually, there is something pretty interesting that maybe not many people know about, and that's how Link actually came to Kokiri Forest. So, some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified the country, there was a fierce war in our world. One day, to escape the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby entered the Forbidden Forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child with the Deku Tree, the guardian of this forest. The Deku Tree could sense that this was the child of Destin whose fate to affect the world. So he took, okay, so after the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now the day of destiny has finally come. Yes! So, there we go. That's the lore of Link. Sadly, the text doesn't remain for too long, so I have to read it really quickly, but you guys got it. Essentially, the gist is Link's mom was gravely injured from the war. She escaped with her kid, because, I mean, it's a helpless little kid, and she entrusted it with anything she can entrust, a giant tree, and somehow that worked, because Link has become one with the Kokiri. And this might explain, maybe the Kokiri weren't Kokiri at the time, they were Koroks, and since Link, the Destined One, came to make Link fit in, the Great Deku Tree turned them into you know, Kokiri. That might be the reason. I mean, this is the Forbidden Woods and all, and stuff like that, and that way Link, you know, doesn't seem surprised with what the Koroks are, because the Korok original form is a Korok, not a Kokiri. But that's all aside the point. I don't know why I feel like I need to add lore, because none of this is truly explained, but you know, I like to just piece stuff together, because why not, right? Okay, so you are a Hylian, and we're always bound to leave the forest, and now you've learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. Alright, that's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Now Link, break the curse on all the temples and return peace to Hyrule. You got it. I was sure surprised to learn that Saria is one of the sages, wasn't it? I wonder how Sheik knew. Anyway, off to the Temple of Time. Well, Sheik knew because we also know Sheik really well, and we'll figure that out soon. I mean, obviously you guys all know what it is. But anyways, yes, Navi tells us to head back to the Temple of Time, right? Well, instead of actually walking your way back, if you just save and quit, you'll end up back at the Temple of Time. So you don't have to actually walk your way back. You can just stop playing, and next time you play, you'll be there. And that's what I'm going to do. And the next episode will already be at the Temple of Time, because when I boot up my game, Link automatically spawns there. If you don't save inside a temple and save in the overworld or in a random city, Adult Link respawns in the Temple of Time. Unless you specifically save in Young Link's house, maybe you can spawn as Adult Link in there. But Young Link will always spawn either in his house, or I think mainly his house as well. So yeah, it's either the Temple of Time or that. Those are like your spawn points when you load in, or inside a temple, of course. But anywho, I'm sure that makes sense. The Temple of Time is a temple. That's why you can spawn in there. Well, it's not like an actual temple, but you get what I mean. Anyways, did this come back? Wow! Really? It's still not there? 7 years? I can't do this anymore? That sucks. Well, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, the Kokiris are here. You know, there's life back in Kokiri Forest. You know, you don't have to feel bad about all of these little Kokiris hiding away because the enemies were all over. Let's go and see if we can speak to another Great Deku Tree Sprout is growing. The Great Deku Tree's shadow, or the Great Deku Tree's meadow. the forest has returned to normal. Yeah, there we go. The curse is gone, and life has flourished back into Kokiri Forest. But anyways, that does it for this episode. You know, we managed to complete the Forest Temple 100%. We got all of its, you know, Gold Skulltulas, which, I mean, that's a good amount, because now we can attempt to turn some in the next video, as well as visit Sheik in the Temple of Time and do everything we need to do. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!